What's good, everybody? Welcome
What's
back.
Gucci?
It's been a minute, but it's all good.
How was your Christmas break? Did you do anything fun? I know you had wrestling practice, some
Oh, yeah, it's
tournaments.
fucking wrestling every day. Yeah, coaching the guys, and we did we went to a couple places.
Mhm.
I coached for the I coached the JV guys, helped with the varsity as well, and then also with middle school. So it was
Okay.
pretty busy. I'm still like fucking coaching and being busy with that too. I get to the part of we're almost going into postseason now.
Okay.
So it's starting to become like the fun part where it's like duels and like it's like here comes all the titles and everything.
Mhm.
Like NCS and then fucking from or like league, NCS, and then going into state and shit
Mhm.
like that. So it's gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited.
Okay. Okay. I see
Yeah,
you.
like last week or this past weekend, we go it was just me. I took five guys to Fairfield, and it's like four of them are JV and one of them is varsity. And I told them straight up, I'm like, hey, just letting you know, like this is a tough tournament, so you got guys are might get your butt kicked, but it's for experience. Like
Mhm.
this is the next level. And so it's kind of like testing the waters. Some guys went 0 and 2, some went 1 and 2. But then we had one guy that was from varsity, who's only a sophomore. He's our heavyweight.
Mhm.
He got fifth, and he wrestled pretty well. But like I'm pretty happy with like just going out there and wrestling. Just like who cares about winning it all as long as you go out there and try your hardest.
Mhm.
You know, like it's definitely especially with these younger guys, you gotta let them have fun with it rather than like constantly like cracking on them, putting pressure on them, and cracking the whip and shit. Because that's what makes them hate the sport. You know.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no. I feel like there's no pressure in sports, on my opinion.
Unless you really want to go far in it.
Yeah.
I
Then
mean,
there's pressure.
it's a good balance because there's definitely those kids who use wrestling as like or use the sport just for like college apps or whatever, just put something on there.
Mhm.
But at that point, like if you're not actually like trying to get better at what you're doing, put your all into it, which you should be, right? Then it's like you're wasting time, you're wasting everybody's time, you're wasting your coach's time, your parents' money, this and that. And overall it's like more it's just like it's like you're limiting yourself.
Mhm.
Like whenever you do something, you should always be 110% into it. Whether it's podcasting, whether it's becoming an influencer, or even even your job.
Yeah. You can't really
Like
half-ass
no,
those
and
type of shit.
that's like the main point of trying like coaching these kids is that like teaching them that you don't half-ass stuff that you put yourself in.
Mhm.
You know, and you may not like it or whatever. Sometimes it's gonna get hard, but as long as you put your all into it, then who cares? Like it's it shows the dedication. Like there's been like a handful of kids that quit already, and some of them have some of them just fall out of love for it. Some of them just like
Mhm.
just can't handle it. That's fine. And then some's just like quit because they said, "Oh, it's not fun anymore."
Mhm.
I'm just like, what does that even mean, dude? You know?
Burnouts, maybe.
Maybe,
Burnouts,
but
not enjoying it.
we were still like partially like in like the beginning of the season,
Mhm.
So it's just like you didn't even give it a chance, and you're also leaving everybody hanging because now there's like gaps in the lineup and shit, and especially these guys who are in their like junior and senior year.
Mhm.
I'm like, just finish it out, man. Just ride, just ride the rest of it out. You're already here,
Yeah, might as well just
like this, like
finish it.
once you become a quitter and shit, right? Then you start doing that in other shit in life, like your job, like your responsibilities, this
Mhm.
and that, like stuff that you as an adult or a man have
Mhm.
to take care of. Because in some situations you just can't quit. You just gotta keep going.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like same thing like you. I wanted to quit powerlifting many of times because of burnouts, not enjoying it. But
Yeah,
you just got to keep going. You got to commit. You got to stay committed.
exactly. Like if he's like, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. You say you want to do this, then do it.
Yeah, bro. Like I
You
don't.
know
Like,
that.
I hate that quit mentality. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling good. I'm gonna stay home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or feel like, oh, I'm not feeling it today. Like, dude, the half the battle is getting there.
Yeah.
Whether it's the gym, whether it's work, whether it's practice, whatever. Like, just go there and do your job.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people lack that type of discipline. It's not even motivation. Motivation lasts for a certain period of time. You need discipline.
That's right. Yeah, because not everybody. You don't need motivation to get up.
Yeah.
The when it starts getting hard, and you don't have motivation. That's when the discipline comes in, and you go and say, "I don't want to do it, but I'm still going to do it."
Yeah, and that separates from being good and great.
Exactly.
And I mean, being disciplined is just building consistency. Honestly,
Yeah.
Like you don't need to be motivated each day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not entitled to be motivated every day.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't like. It's not a requirement to be motivated.
I keep saying this. Feeling good is a privilege. Like you don't
Yeah.
deserve to feel good every day. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to earn that.
Yeah. Like, you're not going to be in the mood for it every single day, dude. You're not going to love it every single day. That's just how it is. And that's like, like some of the wrestlers that quit, like I'm like, whatever, man. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But just know, like, you quit at something.
I mean,
like, even like when I was in football, for freshman year of football, I got injured. I got injured 3 times in the season. And at that point, I knew it wasn't for me because they were putting me at a disadvantage, putting me as a lineman, as a fucking 5'1", 160 or 150 pound kid against all these like 5'8", fucking 190, fucking 200 pound kids. And so, I finished the season, and I told my coach, like, hey, I'm done after this. I gotta save myself for wrestling because I keep on getting injured. And he's all pissed off of that. He's like, fucking. He didn't like that and shit. And, he started treating me hella differently and everything. I'm like, whatever. And then next thing I know, I'm succeeding in wrestling and all that. And then the same coaches, they come up to me like, when they see me on campus, they're like, hey, I know you quit football, but that was the best thing you could have done for yourself, this and that. Like, give me that like that oh, how do we call it? Like, fucking, like, not reinsurance, but give me like the props for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like, I had to do what I had to do. And like, with quitters like that, or like the ones I've seen quit, they didn't have to quit. They just quit because they couldn't like put their minds to it, or they felt like it was too hard for them. Get this, like, I was what do you call it? I was fucking, I was talking with one of the wrestlers, and like, they were talking about one of the guys that quit. I'm like, oh, how's he doing? He goes, he's doing all right, And he kind of was like short about it. I'm like, whoa, what's up? He goes, oh, he just talks a lot. I'm like, what's he saying? He goes, oh, well, he talks shit about you. I'm like, I want to know. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what is he saying? He goes, well, he goes, yeah. He says, like, I've had enough of Coach Sanders' shit, this and that. I'm just like, what did I do that was wrong? I just told you to stop fucking slacking off. Because, like, every time I saw him in the fucking corner with his partner, they're like always like it looks like they're playing fucking patty cake. Like, they're not going hard at all. Even during live goes, they're not fucking like even trying. And I called him out on it. Like, hey, stop fucking going light, wrestle, dude. And there's been points where I had to like separate them because they're just going so super soft on each other. And both of them quit at the same time. I was like,
I mean,
whatever.
Being a coach as well, you gotta earn respect. You don't gain respect from being a coach. Like, you gotta earn your respect from your athletes. I feel like some athletes don't respect their coaches.
Oh, it's yeah. No, I've definitely felt that before. I've had to like crack down a good couple times. Like, there's this one kid who's always with him. It's a little different because like, he's like him and another kid are kind of like, I almost see them as like. They remind me of my brother. They're like a year younger than my brother. And he's all like, "So, coach, you ready for this? You ready for this fade or something? Like, you ready to wrestle, coach?"
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. I look at him like, you don't want this, man. You're not ready. He goes, "Coach, why are you ducking?" I'm like, all right. I'm about to put my shoes on. and while he's wrestling live, I'm like, hey, come on. He goes, wait, coach. I'm like, no, let's go. You want to call me out? And
Gotta check them.
yeah, next thing I know, I'm not going super hard on him, but I'm putting enough to where like he's working and everything. I make it look easy. And I'm like, what's up? What's up? He goes, Coach, that's not even fair. Like, I'm tired. I'm like, shut up. You know, it's stuff like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But you know, like when it starts getting like too when it starts getting like too playful and too like chill, I'm like, all right, man, you gotta realize like I'm a coach for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not gonna like I don't take disrespect. I don't take any back talk, that's for sure. Like I'm like, dude, if you want to give me attitude, fucking leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not babysitting. I always tell him like, dude, I'm not babysitting, not doing all that, man. But you know, like I got a lot of love for these wrestlers, man. They're just like like I see a lot of them like, you know, they remind me of, you know, how it used to be back when I was there too.
Yeah.
Of course, like they're completely different, you know. Just the whole intensity in the room, which is something I'm still getting used to, you know, because whenever I step in the room, I'm thinking like, okay, we're gonna be fucking like, you know, trying to rip each other's head off. Next
Mm-hmm.
thing you know, I have to be like super tone it down or anything. I'm like, ugh. But you know, that's just how it is today. You
Yeah.
know? That's just how it is. And you know, it's funny. Fucking, I was at a tournament, right? And this one wrestler who's like I'm on his ass a good amount,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I go and hey, get out of here, kitty. And, you know I go up to him. I'm like, hey, how's the tournament going so far? You know, like how are you feeling? He was like, I'm feeling pretty good, coach. You know, coach, I'm feeling really motivated today. I'm like, that's good. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy to hear that. He was, yeah, because you know, last night while I was laying in bed, you know, I decided to turn on a podcast. The second he said that, I'm like, oh my god. He goes, yeah, coach, there's a call rest between sets. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, oh
I was
yeah.
like,
I was
get
gonna
out
say
of
Joe
here,
Rogan.
dude. I was like, get out of here, man. And he's like, yeah, like you know, like I really enjoyed listening to your podcast. I'm like, thanks,
Mm-hmm.
thanks. He goes, can I be a guest on it? I'm like, fuck no, get out of my face. Next thing you know, the whole team is talking about it.
Oh hell no.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys are fucking annoying. I just fucking walked away.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll see.
I mean, shit.
Let me
Views
know
is
when you guys
views.
wrestle. I'm not standing for this.
Shit. Views is views.
It's funny as shit though. You
I'm
know,
surprised I
like
found it, but
I got a lot of love for him.
yeah. I mean, there's some good pros and cons for being a coach. I personally couldn't be a coach. I just don't have that qualification.
But you could be a trainer.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't like doing it. It's not a thing that I would do.
So would you rather be coaching like, or would you rather be like a 1-on-1 trainer or coaching like a whole team?
Like in a like a sports setting, like basketball, football.
Yeah, I guess. Or whatever your sport was. 'Cause I know it was basketball, right?
I mean,
Didn't you do track?
yeah, I did track and
Yeah.
field for a bit. I don't know, bro. Both have its pros and cons. I did 1-on-1 for a little bit as like an internship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, liked it, didn't like it. But I would prefer the team, the coach, being a coach for as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I feel like that I would do good. Basketball coach, I'll probably get ejected, but
You get ejected? Why?
just for talking shit to the refs. But
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I've had a
have you got ejected before?
no, but I
Text?
definitely, huh?
Any techs like technicals, like warnings?
Yeah, but it was the most out of pocket fucking situation ever.
Mhm.
It was so dumb. Cause mind you, this is JV, right? So, I mean, like I should probably take it a little less serious, just because, like, you know, it's like I know it's like, you know, like these kids are fucking inexperienced, you know, so I
Mhm.
gotta, you know, I gotta take it down a notch. But the, you know, like we were over at it was a dual meet or a dual tournament and shit, right? Dual tournament, and literally like at the coaches meeting, because you know they do a coaches meeting every tournament. They go and say, okay, just so you know, it's not state. Okay, it's not state, so don't treat it that way. You know,
Uh-huh.
if you have a problem with scoring or a call or whatever, you know, come to the table and we'll sort it out. Okay,
Mhm.
but don't be screaming at the ref. You know, this and that. Like it's just JV level. Okay, these guys are here to learn. I'm like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. You know, fuck. And then literally the first match, right? There's this certain ref has it out for my school. Just
Okay.
has it out for my school. It fucking hates us. You know, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know, let's just wrestle. I always tell the wrestlers like don't leave it up to the ref.
Mhm.
Make sure you're doing everything right. That way, you don't get screwed over on a call, like a dumb call. So, the guy's wrestling, and like he wasn't active for like a second, right?
Mhm.
Next thing you know, the ref goes stalling green. I'm like, stalling. The guy on bottom isn't even moving. He's closed up. Like, what are you
Mhm.
talking? And I'm like, and he goes and it stops the period. And I'm like, hey, what is that stall call? Like
Mhm.
he's moving. Next thing I know, mind you, this ref is like a couple years, maybe like 2 or 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
Comes up to me, are you questioning my judgment, coach? Are you questioning my judgment? I look at him, I'm like, yeah. And he goes, technical point or technical violation or some bullshit
Mhm.
on coach. And I'm like, what? I'm like, are you serious?
If you get 2, you get it kicked out, right?
Some shit like that. Yeah. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Mhm.
And he goes, or do you want to go for another? And I'm like, and I really had to bite my tongue. I'm like, it's cool. It's cool. And he was all like, that's what I thought. I'm like,
Oh,
I
ego
bet.
checked you.
He got my bet. But it's like I didn't show any ego, right? Like I
Mhm.
was like a genuine like, why did he call us stalling on him?
Mhm.
And he took it up the ass. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then I go up to the head ref. Mind you, this guy's like like couple years reffing,
Mhm.
right? And he fucking sucks at it. He sucks fucking he's so bad. He's so bad at reffing.
Mhm.
And I had to go up to the head ref, who's like, he's reffed my matches since like I was a kid. So I go up to him. I'm like, hey, you said come up to you if we had any problems, right? He goes, yeah. What's the issue? I'm like, hey, so this ref, he's already calling stall calls on us, and the guy's like working. He's called a stall call on him, and I go and ask him like, what was the stall call for?
Mhm.
And so he goes on this whole power trip, like screaming at me, saying, "Are you questioning my judgment? This and that." And he goes and gives me like a violation or something like that.
Mhm.
And he goes, "Okay, come on, let's go talk to him." He goes talk to him. He literally he scolds him in the middle of the mat, talking like, "Hey, you can't be doing that. This is JV. This and that." And of course, that ref is like, "Yes, sir. I understand, sir. I'm fucking sucking his nuts, bro." I'm like, all right. And then he's all, next thing I know, he fucks up like 2 or 3 matches, saying like he like almost ended a match after 2 rounds instead of 3. I'm like, dude, we have a whole another round to wrestle. What are you doing? He
Mhm.
goes, oh, sorry, coach. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I give me another ref, bro.
You're gonna
And
have
he and
good
he
and
did
shitty
that this
refs.
past, or he did that like 2 weekends ago too, where like my guy is like winning, and then he raises his hands out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, there's a whole nother period to wrestle, man.
Mhm.
He goes, oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, do you know how to fucking count?
Hey, he doesn't like you guys, so you got some bias reference.
Oh, definitely. Like, I always tell these guys, like, hey, once you put that barn on your, once you put that singlet on, it's like a fucking, it's a target on your chest. They don't, they don't fucking like us, but it is what it is.
I fucking hate that. But it's like the NBA ref that hates Chris Paul. Chris Paul. There's a ref that doesn't like him, and every time he officiates his game,
Yeah.
he knows he's not gonna get any calls. So it's like that. You
Yeah,
get the
and
ref that doesn't like you.
yeah, then you got fucking refs who fucking lick your nuts like fucking Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my
Did
god.
you see that, bro? This past game yesterday?
No, I didn't see the game, but I
Oh
know that
my! No,
like
I didn't see the game, but I saw this one play where he gets, like two defensive players. They
mhm,
go, they push him out of bounds, right? Dude, oh my! It was the most dramatic. It was like a flop, bro. You
mhm.
know how soccer and fucking
Basketball gets
basketball players, like
flops.
they flop hella. He gets pushed out of bounds, right? He walks and he goes, oh,
I mean, he
right
is.
after like 2 seconds after he got pushed. I'm like, you fucking pussy.
I mean, he is like protected by the refs. Like the
Oh,
refs bias
super,
him.
super, dude.
Like it's
It's
crazy.
it's insane. You can't touch him without getting like a 15-yard penalty.
I
It's
mean,
insane.
that's the refs you had to work with sometimes.
It's horrible, dude. And
Same thing with like LeBron James. Like sometimes like they'll give him calls or they'll favor him sometimes.
yeah,
So
but it's insane, dude. Like they got This football season has been a fucking disaster, especially for Niner fans. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
it's a nightmare. It's a night. I stopped watching the games like I fucking like at like game or week fucking like week 6 or 7 just
Mm-hmm.
because of how fucking ugly it was. It was like I'm not gonna waste like 4 hours of my Sunday watching my fucking team get absolutely railed. It's like so depressing. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'll fucking check it on fucking my dad would watch it. I'll fucking ask him how it went.
Need
Josh,
to talk about the TikTok ban, the shortest ban in U.S. history.
PR stunt.
Dude, I opened my phone yesterday. I was like, damn, TikTok really down, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. Did your shit stop working
yeah,
since
it did.
yesterday?
It's so when it was like getting like close to the fucking ban or shutdown or
Uh
whatever.
huh.
My like all my likes and my comments started like turning off,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it wouldn't let me like it. It wouldn't let me look at comments or anything. So
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, all right, whatever. And I remember like we were at dinner, right? Dinner, my friend's birthday, and it was like 10 of us. And like we're eating, and like somebody literally like put their phone out and with on TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and put it against the wall so everybody could watch. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, that's like the last like out of everybody, like that's the last one that has TikTok. I'm like, really? Go open my phone. Fucking says like you can't have access right now or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Dude, I kept opening like it felt such like a habit. Like
Oh,
even
muscle memory.
like muscle memory. I'll
Yeah,
open up TikTok and I'm like, dude,
yeah,
it closed. 10 minutes later, I open up TikTok again. I'm like, it's such a muscle memory
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I'm hoping that it stays for good. Honestly, I hope it stays for good because
yeah,
TikTok's a really good app. I personally like. I mean, I grew up following off TikTok, and it's very good for people that want to do side hustles.
yeah.
Start their own business.
It is. I mean, of course, it does have its problems. There is like a lot of problematic shit about it, but I think the pros outweigh the cons
Yeah.
because in the end, like like people are saying like, oh, kids are so like brain rotted nowadays, this and that. Well, that's because you're a fucking bad parent. Sorry, that's what it is. There's a way to avoid that. Don't give them so much screen time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give them social media at fucking age 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always like said to like me and my fiance like whenever we have a kid or whatever, like I'm not getting them a fucking like smartphone until they're like damn near like a freshman in high school.
Okay.
They'll have a flip phone until fucking I say when, and
Mm.
that's if they're lucky. Well, they will need a phone, of some sort, so I could call them, whatever. But
Yeah.
they're not getting a
You don't want to turn them into an iPad kid.
fuck no. Like they're playing with toys. They're going outside and fucking riding on bikes and shit. They can fucking eat dirt. I don't fucking care. Like you're not gonna be on the iPad for fucking ever. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But hopefully TikTok stays after 90 days because it will be sad for it to go.
Yeah, it would suck,
It
but
was miserable. I wouldn't say it was miserable. But it was kind of
I
boring.
honestly I just went to Instagram Reels.
Instagram.
Us honestly, like
That's the backup.
yeah. I mean, Instagram Reels is funny as shit.
That's the backup, I
I
guess.
say Instagram Reels is way more funny, and then TikTok is like more like resourceful.
Mm.
You know. But Instagram Reels are fucking hilarious. It has some crazy fucking shit on there sometimes. I'm just like, how the fuck is this still up? Like, how is if this was on TikTok, it would have got fucking permabanned, instabanned, fucking your
Nah,
IP,
there's some
everything.
shit that I'd be seeing on my For You page. I'm like, why did I get this on my For You page?
Mhm.
I was like, what the fuck? This should be not on my For You page, but it gives me it. Like, I'll open my For You page, right? I'm like,
On
okay.
Instagram or
No, on
TikTok?
TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll open my TikTok. I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I watching an animal killing another animal? This is like I never got this before. Like I see a lion
Yeah.
like eating like a deer or something,
Yeah.
like close up.
Oh shit.
Why am I watching? Like, why is this on my For You page?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, skip. I was
Oh
like,
my.
bro,
You know who I've been starting to fucking get a lot?
Hmm.
That fucking stupid Ash Trevino shit.
Ash Trevino.
Yeah. Have you heard of her?
No, who is
She's
that?
like fucking like this problematic ass fucking girl or woman. She's like fucking like 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
Problematic ass woman on TikTok who dates fucking like inmates and convicts and is like her kids are like living with their grandma because they're fucking because she had like CPS called on him and
Uh-huh.
shit. And all she does is go on TikTok live for a living.
Oh.
Yeah.
But do you know what I think you might know this. This girl named like Bonnie who slept with 1,000 men in 24 hours.
I saw
You saw
something like
that?
that. I saw something like on Instagram or fucking Twitter, but I can't honestly. I don't know why I'm on Twitter again because Twitter is a miserable fucking
Bro,
app.
I
I
saw
hate
that.
Twitter so much.
Dude, when I saw that, like this girl trying to break the record, I'm like, do you have any self-respect? I'm like, 24 hours, 1,000 men. The math ain't mathing. That means you had to have like 5 men every like 5 minutes or some shit like that. And that's insane.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind of
mean
insane. I mean,
it's crazy.
shit, record's a record, I guess.
For real.
Record's a record.
Good for you, I guess. Like, did you hear about that guy who fucking killed himself after pulling up to like a Hooters kind of Hooter-esque kind of like a coffee place?
Why did he
So there's a video, right,
uh-huh.
of the barista like filming the car pulling up, and he's all like, "Hi," like, and she goes, "Have you been here before?" He goes, "Yeah," and like fucking big ass smile. Dude has no pants on, nothing, just fucking ass cheeks and fucking dick out.
Okay.
Right? She goes, "You can't be doing that here. I'm calling the police." And he goes, and fucking drives off. Right?
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes later, he pulls over and shoots himself in the head.
Okay, that's just psychotic.
Yeah.
But what was the point in that? Of him like driving to the driveway, nothing on.
Well, because like, okay, so yeah, a little background information. Like this establishment is like, like how Hooters is like,
Yeah, it's very
girls walking around with fucking like,
Yeah.
tight tops and short bottoms and all that,
Mhm.
titties and ass out
Yeah.
and shit. So it's the same thing like this, but it's like coffee and the girls are like in bikinis and shit.
Oh, okay.
So they, they're like, they're it's like like what fucking like Twin Peaks, Ojos Locos,
Mm-hmm.
fucking Hooters, those kind of places, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. But so the dude went there before with his fucking dick out and shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, like being fucking hella weird and shit. And get this, he had a wife and a kid.
Okay, that's just wrong, bro.
Yeah, and he fucking but because he got caught on camera or whatever,
Uh-huh.
he just fucking kills himself.
So probably he got humiliated. Couldn't handle the fucking stuff that he just
It's 5 minutes later, bro.
maybe he just couldn't handle that, like his wife might know, and like he's
Well, why the fuck would he do it in the first place then?
might be a freaking idiot.
Oh yeah,
He's a fucking idiot.
dude. But what's crazy is that like everybody's like fucking like making fun of him for it, bro. Even though he's dead, it's crazy.
I mean that's a weird way to go out. I mean,
Yeah, and people are
honestly.
like fucking like making memes of him and shit, bro.
Damn.
And like calling him like, dude, I shouldn't be laughing about it. It's so fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what they call that situation?
What?
Goonicide.
Goonicide? Dude, this Goonicide? Hey, we shouldn't be laughing, bro.
Oh my
We shouldn't be laughing. That is
That's
low key funny,
horrible.
bro.
It's fucked up. But like, no, you got a wife and kid at home. And you're pulling up, fucking no bottoms on.
That's his. I mean, that was his decision. That was his
It
fault.
was a decision, but then he goes and kills himself 5 minutes later.
I mean,
I'm like,
nothing really you can much do. I mean, that's your fault. I mean, you have you can make your own decisions. So
I mean, like, first of all, like, you're fucking harassing. Like, basically,
that
it's
is
basically-
harassing.
It's
yeah.
basically sexual assault.
Yeah.
To these workers and shit. And then going and fucking killing yourself the second you get exposed.
Mm-hmm.
And why are you doing that in the first place? Or why are you even going to a place like that in the first place when you have a wife and kid at home?
That's what I'm saying. Like he must be a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up. So I mean, it's crazy.
Fucking dumbass.
People are saying fucking goonicide, and I'm just like, dog, it's crazy. I mean, I can't feel bad because like that's fucked up. What he did.
Yeah, that is something that
Because he
rarely
hurt,
happens.
he hurt. He fucking sexually assaulted those workers, and then he basically he has a fucking wife and kid on.
Yeah, so you left them.
Yeah,
honestly.
and then killed himself after. So that, like, imagine you're in the wife's position.
Mhm.
Your partner, like, you find out that your partner's like going to fucking establishments like that, and then kills himself without any explanation.
Shit, brother. I'll be
Crazy.
shit. If I was the wife, I'd be embarrassed. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
damn.
especially now that's like viral on the internet.
I married this goofball. Shit.
You married a gooner.
Honestly, bro. That is a wrong way to go out and an idiotic, most dumbass thing you could ever do.
Oh my god,
You gotta be
crazy.
you gotta be freaking not thinking to do those
And
activities.
dude, I mean, imagine you you being found, right? You be like you're fucking dead, and you got no pants on. I didn't really grow up with Pokemon. I was more
Mm-hmm.
into cartoons and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
and like movies, but
Mm-hmm.
not particularly because like Pokemon's an anime,
Yeah.
right? So I wasn't into anime as a little kid. I
Mm-hmm.
started getting into anime once I was in middle school, but it was like more like like fucking like it was more like mature anime, not like Pokemon and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was like onto like Attack on Titan, fucking Death Note, Soul Eater. What else was I watching? Fucking Tokyo Ghoul, shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, but I was never into Pokemon.
But like I said, there's a card game, right?
Yeah.
And right now it's trending right now. Like
Yeah.
I think a month ago, a month or two ago, I found my Pokemon cards, and I was like, you know what? I used to collect shit. Let me start collecting again.
Yeah.
Now you got people fucking camping Targets, camping Best Buys. They're running. They're pushing people over for the like pre-releases, and it's like these tryhards trying to resell and stuff. It's like the PS5 when people
Yeah,
used to.
bro. It's all about the fucking money, man. They're trying to turn it over for money.
They're
I'm just
turning
like,
they're turning the hobby into like a thing you can't even do anymore. Like
it's
I
like
remember,
almost like an investment now,
yeah,
bro.
I remember
Yeah.
when the PS5 when it came out, people used to fucking flip those motherfuckers. Like they used to just resell them.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
I remember like when they started like releasing PS5s again,
Uh huh.
but like in bulks,
Mm-hmm.
like to where it wasn't like a waiting list or nothing bullshit like that. Like when people were actually able to just buy a PS5 for like a steady price of like $500 to $600.
Uh huh.
Dude, there's people who went like and got like bots to go and like buy like fucking like 50 PS5s
Yeah,
right
it's
at
just fucking
once.
sculptors, fucking
Yeah,
tryhards.
and you would sell them for $1,000,
Yeah, they
right?
would flip it.
Yeah, dude. I saw this one where the scalper was stuck with like 30 PlayStations and just sitting in his garage because they started selling them regularly.
Uh huh.
I'm like, that's what you fucking
That's what I'm
get.
saying. So they have a new release called Prismatic Evolution. It's like like the Eevee set or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And people are fucking like I said, camping at GameStop, Best Buy. They're buying the ETBs, the fucking poster collection
Yeah.
boxes, and flipping them for double the price. So I'm like, what happened to collecting the cards and enjoying the hobby instead of just fucking making money off Pokemon?
Yeah, dude. It's like it's all about money nowadays. And just like I said, man, like fucking like people just do everything for money and money and money. Like it's just like why not enjoy something because you fucking enjoy
Yeah,
it?
not trying to make a dollar off of it.
Yeah, like dude, like I mean, I get it, like everybody's trying to hustle, everybody's trying to
Yeah.
like, make it and everything, but like sometimes like when all you think about is just money,
Hmm.
it really fucks with your head.
That's what I'm
And then you
saying.
become a very unlikable person.
Yeah, because dude, there's a video I saw on TikTok. It's a POV of a guy running, like the store just opened, like a store, Walmart just opened, right? Fucking grown men running. They're running into fucking Walmart trying to get the collection, and they're like fucking sprinting. I'm like, bro, y'all grown men trying to chase these Pokemon cards.
That are for kids, bro.
I
They're
know.
for fucking kids.
So like, I don't know, dude. Like, collecting Pokemons is fun. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
I have a little small collection, but it's getting hard to buy these cards because people are doubling the price. They're reselling at a higher percentage,
Yeah, dude, it's
and it sucks.
yeah.
So don't get into Pokemon collecting because it's gonna
I'm good.
drain your pockets.
I'm fucking good.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like any hobby is expensive at this point.
Mhm.
Everything's fucking expensive. It's tough out here. It's tough out here, man.
There is one thing in my collection. I have a
Mhm.
Pokemon card,
Yeah.
Near Mint. It's a Mew from the Triumphant pack.
Yeah.
PSA 10, $700 card. If I submit it, it's a $700 card.
Fuck.
I'm like, damn, bro. If I really like, I think that's how people be thinking. Like, ooh, I have all these raw cards.
Yeah.
Grade them, they triple increase the price, and I think that's where all these sculptors' mindset is.
Yeah.
That's where their mindset at. Is like, if I pull the new card, grade it, I got a $1,000 card, and I can resell it.
I mean,
So
it's. I mean, like, yeah, in the long term, it's smart, but you're making something that's a kid's game.
into like a fucking expensive hobby.
Exactly, and it's just like you're ruining it for fucking everybody else that just wants to like, like not to be like like fucking like trolly, but it's like there's too many sweats.
There is.
There's too many sweats.
There's too many sweats.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's like you can't enjoy something. You just like and you know like I was talking about earlier like yeah like you should go 110% into whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
But when you like make something like twist it just to make like a profit off of it, right? Like that point, then you're just ruining the purpose, right? Like it's for fun,
Yeah,
right?
because Pokemon collecting should be for fun,
Yeah,
but people are now just doing it for reselling. So
yeah, and it's like you're fucking it up for everybody else.
yeah, I mean, like I said, the prices fluctuate. It goes up and down. Certain cards, like it's not
Yeah.
always gonna be up. So people are like putting risk on certain cards, like the
And like
fucking
it's like stocks.
yeah, like the fucking
investments.
I don't know if you know about the Umbreon card. It's like the Mubrion. It's like $1,000 card
Yeah.
raw. I think it's like a yeah, it's a raw card. It's expensive.
Yeah,
People are like trying to pull it and trying to like hold on to it because they think it's gonna increase in value. I'm like, it might go down if there's a reprint. Like
Yeah.
so, I mean, good thing I'm into collecting right now, but it's very expensive.
yeah.
You're not gonna see me running for Pokemon cards. Trust me.
It's all funny. Is I saw this video of JPG. Major fall off. Major fall off.
The fitness guy, he
Yeah.
fell off.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Have you seen a popular video from him in like the past
No,
like
he
year?
probably took a back seat.
No, but I so like last week I went and checked his videos, right?
Yeah.
Like probably like 10 of them in a row. It have like 2,000 views.
On YouTube or
No, on TikTok. I was like,
I wouldn't really.
it is what it is. You
yeah.
know, like I still like him,
Uh-huh.
right? But I'm like, like you're only up at the top for so long. That's just
It's
how it
hard to
works.
stay on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard to stay on the top.
Yeah. So then, but I see a recent video that's not even about lifting or
Mhm.
anything. He goes, yeah. So, I just got over a gambling addiction past year, and I'm glad to be sober.
Uh-huh.
Not putting money down for parlays or betting on teams, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I'm found a new hobby which I really like, which is Pokemon collecting.
You know,
And-
Pokemon is a form of gambling.
Yeah.
You're-
But it was a skit because
Uh-huh.
then it shows him fucking in the bathroom, like with the door halfway closed. He goes, "All right, come on, let's go." He opens it. He goes, "Fuck," and he goes, "Wait, I got one more. And it's funny. I gotta show it to you,
Bro, like,
it's funny.
People don't get like it's like a form of gambling. You're buying packs hoping you pull
Yeah.
the chase card.
Yeah, it's like loot boxes.
I know someone that's $2,000 deep into Pokemon and they still couldn't get the card they wanted. They spent
2,000.
2,000 on packs. They wanted the
Oh my
Gengar. They wanted the
God.
Gengar V Max or some shit like that, and they still couldn't pull it. I'm like, dude, with that money, you could have bought the card itself.
Oh my god!
Like the raw card
Did
is
he-
like
did he-
$100, something like that.
That's it.
I think a lot of people make a mistake on like they think they can pull the card. You might as well just
Well,
buy.
there's also like the whole like, I mean, people make a living off of like
Opening packs and shit?
opening, yeah, right. Like, and then they go into the shuffling thing. Like
Mhm.
that's cool. I think I like those videos.
But
just
no,
'cause,
this is
like,
a
it's cool.
person. This is a person that doesn't make videos, and she just fucking just keep. She
Oh my
hopes she can pull the
God, that's
Gengar.
horrible. That's bad.
That's just a bad habit.
I think they need to go AA for that or some shit, dude. Jesus,
Like it's
rehab, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like you can build a bad addiction by buying packs, Pokemon packs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're
That's
hoping
with
you think you can
anything,
pull the
too.
chase card.
Yeah.
See-
All right. I think that's a good place to stop. We'll come back later.
Mm-hmm.
Later, make another episode. But thanks you guys for listening. This is a longer episode. We'll probably cut it down for
Yeah, do like a
Whatever.
30-minute video.
30. Definitely not 30 minutes.
Yes.
That'll probably be like 45, 50.
yeah. So
All right, guys. See you in the next episode. Later.
thank you.